QE.com. Just click news links.
Imagine the media playing a part.
Oh, I know. That is, by the way,
Gosh.
ridiculous what the media has done with this. Absolutely ridiculous. So really, this all comes down to one thing. Larry says mid-90s, movie comes out, creates the myth of the Chupacabra. Unless, of course, there were Chupacabras in the movies before 1995. Let's go ahead and investigate the investigator. Yes, indeed, I cast a wary eye on Larry's story, to say the least, okay? First of all, let's go back to 1995. You guys remember the Bruce Willis movie, do you not? Yeah, I know. You're thinking of it? Yeah, Bruce Willis,
okay.
Die Hard with a Chupacabra. That one came out, right? That was before. Yeah, exactly. And remember this one. I mean, who can forget Ted Danson, Tom Selleck, and, well, 3 men and a Chupacabra? Remember that one? Yeah, that was good, too. Again, well before what Larry talked about. Finally, we wrap things up. 1985, Doc Brown, and, of course, Marty and the boys. Back to the Chupacabra. So why don't we just back off,
You
Larry?
busted him, didn't you?
Well, yeah, exactly right. So let's just, this is calm down. Larry, you stick to running after Bill Richardson, and we'll take care of this here. All right, let's go ahead and show you what's going on. 40 degrees. Sorry, Larry, I had to let that one out. All right, winds are calm out there right now as far as what's happening. 20s and 30s off to the north, 40s in central sections down to the south. Temps in the 30s and 40s for us as well. We're going to see things start to change here over the next 24 to 48 hours. Some moisture's on the way, but more importantly and unfortunately, a lot of wind is on the way for us right now. A lot of moisture pushing into Northern California. Storm system over the Pacific Northwest. That's what we have to worry about with our storm report. With the storm over the Northwest right now, it's headed in our direction Saturday and Sunday. Mountain snows, a mix across the northwestern half of the state, and some extreme wind out there as well, and the possibility of some very gusty winds here in the metro area too coming up, and of course, a little bit of rain and snow, too, but the bust potential is high on this at 60%. And what I base that on is the fact that this thing doesn't look like it's going to bring in a tremendous amount of moisture. It will bring in some as it drops its way down. The storm itself is actually pretty strong, but it's just not going to carry a lot of moisture, so it'll give us some spotty showers northern half. And again, the northwest will have the best chance on late Saturday into Sunday. What does this storm have? Well, it has a pretty good track going through the state, and it's very strong, so there's going to be a tremendous amount of wind with this. It's really starts tomorrow but cranks up on Saturday and Sunday. Most of the precipitation with this will be snow. What we still don't know is, or what it doesn't look like it has anyway, is a whole lot in the way of that moisture to give us a lot of rain and snow, which we need. So we are going to see continued fire danger out there as an issue because we're going to be looking at major league winds across the east and the south. And these areas across all of eastern New Mexico and all of southern New Mexico are going to have low relative humidities over the next few days. And we're looking at very high fire danger in these areas, especially the eastern part of the state throughout the whole weekend here. So please watch out here. We are going to end up with red flag warnings, it looks like, throughout a good portion of the weekend as well. The storm in general, again, not going to be a huge one for precip, but it will be a huge one for wind. One area that's going to see quite a bit of snow north of Durango and the San Juans of Colorado. We're looking at the possibility of 12-plus inches of snow in a winter storm watch, but even around Farmington, a little bit of a mix on Saturday and the possibility of some snow into early Sunday, with Durango looking at all snow over the weekend. Down to the south and west, temperatures here going to top out in the 60s for us with breezy conditions and wind gusts up to 35 miles an hour out there, and we will be looking at spot showers over the weekend for you guys in the southwest. Over to the southeast, temperatures for the most part in the 70s and low 80s. Southwest winds up to 35 miles an hour, and your Roswell extended forecast temperatures in the high 70s on Saturday, dipping down into the 60s on Sunday. But the problem across the southeast will be the fact that we're going to be talking about winds gusting well over 50 miles an hour throughout the weekend. And with the fire danger we already have, it's going to make it even worse. 58 in Springer, 60 in Roy, 55 in Las Vegas. Wind gusts to 50 tomorrow. Wouldn't be surprised to see you guys end up with wind gusts on Saturday and Sunday up over 60 miles an hour. Meanwhile, over the northern mountains, temperatures here are going to be in the 40s and 50s for tomorrow. Very gusty winds, and those very gusty winds continue over the weekend. If we're going to see a sweet spot for snow in New Mexico, it'll be areas like Chama, where we have the chance to pick up some snow, especially Saturday into Sunday, and Santa Fe could pick up some snow showers into Sunday as well. Meanwhile, the East Mountains, temps for the most part in the 50s, wind gusts up to 45 miles an hour, high 50s around Estancia and Moriarty with gusty winds too. And finally, right here in the metro, we get some winds tomorrow, gusting up to about 35 with temperatures in the 60s. We're going to crank those winds up at least another 10 miles an hour to 15 miles an hour over that for Saturday into Sunday. One thing to watch for, I think, what we're probably going to be dealing with here in the metro is a wicked cold front on Sunday, and that will deliver a shot of snow, not long, but with gusty winds.
Larry wants to talk to you.
Yeah, I'll get to him. I'm afraid to talk to him right now.
Sports is next.